I've just turned 30 years old and I've never had a real job.
In this video, I'm going to explain to you how I've managed to survive this far, 30 years into my life, without ever working a real job, how I earn a living, and how I have more time and flexibility to pursue the things that really bring me excitement in this life.
This is a banana and it's going to be vital in telling this story. But first, I want to give you a background on my aspirations when I was younger and what led me to this point of being 30 years old without ever having had a real job. My first memory of thinking about the workforce was when I was about 11 years old in primary school, just finishing up, and we were asked to fill in the yearbook with what we aspired to be doing with our lives in 10 years from now. And I remember at the time I had no idea what to write, but other people in my class were writing things like they wanted to be a singer, some guy wanted to be traveling to see something of the world. And I just didn't know what to say, and I asked my mom, and my mom said, say that you want to be an engineer working in Ireland, which is where I'm from. Suffice to say, I have never for 1 second thought about being an engineer, but that's what I wrote down. Then later on, after secondary school and college, I remember a friend of mine saying, I can't wait to be employed and just have a paycheck and have loads of money to just, spend it on beer or going out for dinner, all of these nice things that we do for ourselves. And again, I just thought to myself, that's never crossed my mind. Like the idea of having a job and having that stability, it was never something I ever aspired to. And initially I was just learning, how to edit videos, how to shoot them, how to put together, a sketch, a comedy sketch. And at the time it didn't seem like it, but it was a really important moment for my career development, we could say. And that's what brings us on to the banana. This is a banana, and for the purpose of this video, a banana is going to represent resources. It's going to represent money that maybe you spend on food, maybe you spend on bananas, maybe you spend it on rent, whatever. Just realized that fuzzy thing is there, so I'm going to move it. So here's situation one. We have a banana and we are given one banana every day of the week. So let's call that 5 bananas per week, just because we're not going to include the weekend. This is kind of like a salary, where you know what you're going to get every month, more or less. There's a lot of benefits to that because, you've got a steady banana coming in and you can plan, and you know that you have 1 banana for each day. So if you eat 2 bananas one day, you won't have another banana the next day. Great. But the catch is that you don't have as much flexibility with a salary because you are only getting 1 banana. Now you might be able to get another banana, in which case, cool, you're getting 2 bananas, but you might have to work for a few years before you can get 2 bananas a day. And also, in order to get this banana, your employer is asking you to be there, let's say 35, 40 hours a week. And you don't get as much opportunity to pursue other things that you might want to pursue. So now we got our 2 bananas there, we'll leave them there. And now I want to invite this bunch of bananas into the equation. So the bunch of bananas, we've got 5 here. So let's say there's 5 days in a week and you get 1 banana per day. Now you got a bunch. So actually, let's just say this guy only has 1 banana a day. So we actually kind of end up having the same amount of bananas because we're given this bunch at the start of the week. Now, this bunch represents the income of a freelancer, which means that you have to find a bunch of bananas yourself, and then you get a lot more bananas, but you don't get them as often. So, you could ration out these bananas and have 1 per day, which it can be difficult to do because you got 5 all at once. You're like, ooh, that's a lot of bananas. I could make a banana bread if I wanted to. Sometimes if you make a banana bread on a Tuesday and you eat it all by Thursday, then Friday, you haven't got another bunch of bananas yet because you're a freelancer. You have to go out and find another bunch of bananas. So on the one hand, we have the upside where we can be more creative because we got more bananas at once. And you probably got more time as well. If you're getting all of these bananas at once from a freelance gig, you're probably charging a bit more money than if you were just getting 1 banana a day. So you've got more bananas for less work, and you've got more flexibility as a result of that. So you can pursue things that you're interested in. You can, go and explore mountains and go rock climbing or whatever you like to do. That's what I like to do. Now, the interesting thing is that this banana probably came from a bunch just like this. So in that scenario, the boss has actually been hunting the bunches of bananas. Now, the third option is even more bananas. So here we have a harvest. Like these bananas have been picked fresh from the tree. So in order to get a bunches of bananas, what we need to rely on are systems and then outsourcing so that we can have the consistency of one banana, which is what we would have got as a salary. And then we've also got the freedom of the bunch of bananas. So we can make banana bread if we want to. We can fast, we can go for a hike and bring our bananas in our backpack. The system is important because it brings us back a lot of time, and it also gives us a lot of leverage, which I'll talk about in a moment. But also, in addition to having the system, you want to have outsourcing. So outsourcing involves giving maybe one banana from your bunches to other people to help you do the things, because again, this helps you free up time. Now, in order to make this quite tangible for you to understand, the way I got my first banana was through different gigs, I suppose you could say. So like I've done a variety of ad hoc things over my life, like busking, I've done street marketing, I've done, you know, different service industry gigs, but nothing ever like super concrete or tied into a contract. So that's how I was getting like a banana a day, we'll say. And then ultimately I had that skill stack of videography and editing and audio production. And so that meant that I was able to help companies and brands with making video ads for their products and services. And what they would do is they would give me a bunch of bananas, and then I would be the person that shot the video, I would be in the video as the talent, and then I would edit the video. And I would get a bunch of bananas. Now, that wouldn't happen every day, but it would happen every now and again, and I'd have the bananas and I'd be able to ration the bananas. I realized that I am limited in the sense that I appear the way I am. I'm a certain age, I'm a man, I've got long hair and a beard. Not all advertisers wanted my look in their videos. So I was kind of capped to how much I could be of value in that respect. So what I did then was I organized the jobs, and then I found other talent that looked different. So they were different ages, different demographic and everything like that. And then I would take off a banana from the bunch that they gave me and I would give it to the actor, and then I would do the rest of the work. So I was still able to keep most of the bananas. Now, after many years of doing the video production and all of that stuff, I realized that there's other people that want to do the same thing that don't know how to do it. They don't have the technical skills, they don't have the mindset associated with content creation and speaking to a camera. And then that led to me adding another skill or service to my offering, basically, which is mentorship and coaching. So helping other people with businesses or with YouTube channels or whatever their need for expression was, I would help them to do that in a way that was aligned with what they had to offer. So I went from making the stuff to hiring other people to make the stuff, and then I would do a little bit of the making of it, and then educate other people on how to actually make the stuff. So it was a slow progression from one banana to a bunch of bananas to lots of bananas. And ultimately, it takes time to grow your own banana tree that's going to actually rain down bananas upon you. In fact, to be honest with you, even when I was getting bunches of bananas, sometimes I would still get one banana. You know, on the weekends I would do some deliveries or whatever just to keep bananas in the basket. But then eventually it wasn't worth my time to get the one banana, so then I was just getting, you know, a few bunches here and there. Then over time, when you step into more higher leverage areas of work, like content creation as an example, it's a very high leverage use of your time, because when you make a YouTube video, in my case, it might reach 10,000 people or 100,000 people. And immediately that has a lot of different revenue sources tied to it. For example, it could be AdSense money, it could be clients coming to me through seeing my YouTube video, sponsorship integrations in the videos, affiliates as well is something that you can do. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make money from a YouTube video. So a YouTube video, in a sense, is a banana tree. Now, of course, it takes time to build up an audience. It takes time for a tree to grow. It doesn't happen overnight. It can take many, many years before you can actually harvest the fruit. But if you are committed to the path, if you're committed to your own journey, then it's quite a simple process of just learning. You know, maybe you're just getting one banana a day, but you're learning and you're finding out what it is to be valuable to a person. And then eventually you move on to, you know, becoming the person that gets a bunch of bananas, and then maybe you give a banana away. As those skills stack, you get more opportunities to find bananas and potentially even grow your own bananas. And that's how I managed to get to the point where I have bananas coming pretty consistently. I have time and flexibility to do things that I want to do. I don't have a boss per se. I collaborate with different people. So I collaborate with brands, I collaborate with other companies, other businesses. That's how I view it. It's a creative collaboration. It's not necessarily a traditional hierarchy. We're people with our own unique skill sets, and we come together to find a way to find a solution for the people that we're serving. And when you look at it that way, life is more fun. There's more freedom, there's more flexibility to do the things that you want to do. I can explore my interests, I can pursue things that I probably wouldn't be able to pursue if I had like a normal job in the media field, let's say. And by having a specific skill set like I do, like I've spent years acting, I can coach actors, I can film things, I can edit things. I'm a musician, so I can edit music stuff specifically, which it's not a lot of people that can do all of those things. Lots of people can edit videos, lots of people can edit audio, lots of people can act, but to do all of those things makes me quite a specific person that can help other people with their projects. So I work on a lot of music projects with different people. I work on a lot of user-generated content stuff for like social media, YouTube, long form, obviously. So over the years, my banana tree has taken shape. That's how I've ended up here at 30 years old, never having had a real job. I hope that was helpful for you that are interested in pursuing an alternative career path. Let me know if you found any value in this video. If you could like it, that'd be great. Why don't you sign up to my newsletter too while you're at it, because that has a lot of valuable written insights that I share every week. And yeah, if you want to work with me, you can check out the link in the description, and I'll catch you next time.